Jenna Ortega é uma atriz norte-americana, que sabia o que queria fazer desde os 6 anos, mas que começou sua carreira aos 8 anos de idade. Ela é mais conhecida por seus papéis nas séries de televisão Jane Devorde e além de Wandinha. Jenna Ortega é uma jovem talentosa que sempre teve o apoio de sua família, contando com eles em todas as etapas de sua carreira artística, e sua mãe e irmãos frequentemente acompanham-na aos eventos.
My community, if anything, I don't really go to a lot of events in general, so when I do come out, I do like it to be in celebration of Latino culture, which is really cool, and I'm just really happy to be here.
In your career, do you see like it getting better for people of color, Latinas?
Slightly. I feel like right now we're in a place, I mean, yes, Hollywood definitely has opened up a bit, but I feel like a lot of it is very calculated diversity in terms of where, you know, they hire people to check off a box or to fit a certain standard, and I do hope to see a world, and I think that it will happen very, very soon, that we start to see Latinos being cast as everyone, including lead characters and not just a side character where their heritage is their entire personality, you know? I feel like more recently, a lot more of my characters have been a bit more stronger, have a bit more complex.
Jenna Ortega é uma atriz americana de ascendência mexicana e filipina que começou a sua carreira ainda na infância. Em 2013 fez finalmente seu primeiro filme, e foi com grande estilo, em Homem de Ferro 3 e depois em Sobrenatural, capítulo 2. Durante próximos anos foi conseguido cada vez mais destaques e conquista, mais papéis mais importantes, mas por volta de 2014, Ortega já conseguiu ficar mais tempo em algumas séries, como em Hack. No mesmo ano também foi escalada para viver a versão jovem de Jane, personagem interpretada por Gina Rodrigues, em Jane Devorde, aparecendo até o final da série como a personagem.
It was super easy. I thought it went so well. I was so excited. I told my mom, and I got a call back actually. And I had never acted before. I was still over the moon.
A garota começou a assumir papéis da Disney e Carreira da Ortega deu uma decolada.
Hey, I'm Jenna Ortega from Stuck in the Middle, and you're watching the V channel. Did that really just happen?
Ela interpretou nos desenhos e filmes de Helena de Avalor e o seriado A Irmã do Meio que ela teve o seu valor.
A lot of interesting projects. There's Project You, then there's Scream, and then there's like a dark, you seem to be attracted to these roles. What is it about those roles that sort of pulls you in?
I feel like there's some invisible string that just kind of connects us, because they just happen. It wasn't something that I set out to do. I wasn't trying to only do horror projects, and I'm very excited about it because I love the genre. Yeah. Immensely.
You do?
Yeah, and they're so much fun to be on because everyone who's working on a horror set is so passionate about what they're doing. You know, it's my greatest memories.
Em 2019, integrou o elenco da segunda temporada de Você, onde interpreta a irmã de uma das vizinhas de Joe e é obrigada a sair da cidade por ordens dele.
Eu conheço esse ritual de todos os filmes que eu já vi. Você tá a fim de me incriminar?
Após o final da temporada, a atriz foi para outra produção da Netflix, dessa vez o filme de terror A Babá, A Rainha da Morte. Em 2020 a atriz foi escalada para viver Tara Carpenter em Pânico 2022, sequência do filme de 1996 com Courtney Cox. Voltando para o mundo do terror, Ortega participou dos filmes X Estúdios 666. E finalmente a Ortega interpretou Wandinha da família Adam. A série fez muito sucesso. A série e uma das maiores estreias da Netflix.
I refuse to accept that as the truth.
I thought that might be your reaction.
No, I can't. She's perfect. She's perfect. She's incredible. I don't want to lose her.
I feel like Larissa Weems would never be dominated by something as commonplace as death. I was really devastated when I read that. However, I was energized when I knew that a lifelong desire of Christina Ricci stabbing me in the neck would be realized.
I assumed it was Laurel or Tyler, but considering those two are out of question, I would love for it to be someone completely random. There's like this really interesting looking character who's in the background of some of the shots at the exterior of Nevermore. He's like the janitor, he's like raking leaves. I would love for it to be him just because he was such a cool guy and I want to talk to him. Maybe be someone who's a part of the Gates family, because, you know, we've only met Laurel, maybe somebody else survived. That's always a possibility, and I feel like they like that route, but I don't know who else it could be.
A Jenna acrescentou muitos detalhes na personagem para deixar ela incrível, inclusive a dança foi totalmente criada pela atriz. Esta série ao lado do filme Pânico vai ser um grande sucesso e tornando a atriz mais popular na atualidade. Muito obrigado vocês que me acompanharam até o final. Não se esqueçam de se inscrever nos comentários
As you
para
mentioned,
mais
Wednesday
novidades
is
de
a
Jenna Ortega.
well-loved
Até a
character,
próxima.
but I also know how important it must be to have your own personal flavor to it. How did you approach preparing for the role, and what makes your version of her unique?
The thing about this series is a different time and age. Social media exists, and dynamic between kids is different, and we've never spent so much time with Wednesday before, so I think that the emotional arc that was necessary to carry the show and see some sort of growth in Wednesday, because that's necessary for a television series. It was a bit more emotional, or I think you saw a bit more sides to Wednesday that you had never seen before. But when approaching this character, I feel like there was so much that you could do. I wanted to make her my own. I didn't want to rip anybody off, but you also can't go too far from the original plot because she's so nostalgic and so well loved for certain characteristics and qualities. So I took some of what I appreciated about the 90s films, but then also slightly and slowly introduced qualities that I thought would help move the show forward, and then kind of saw where it went from there.